Hello, my name is Marina Bakar, and I'm from Polytechnic Melaka. I will be sharing with you our research entitled Language Enhancement through 21st Century Language Camps, a case study in Malaysian Polytechnics. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I would like to share with you a few questions for you to consider. Have you conducted an English camp for your students? And have you attended an English camp as a participant, facilitator, or accompanying lecturer? If you are a lecturer, what prevented you from conducting it? The problem statements are teaching and learning process basically takes place in the traditional classroom, and competitions normally provide opportunities for the proficient students, and those who lack proficiency seldom get the opportunity to take part in the activities. Let me share with you the background of the camps we had conducted. Polytechnic Malacca had been carrying out its English camp annually since 2001. The facilitators helped the lecturers to identify potential new facilitators to replace senior facilitators who would graduate soon. In 2012, Polytechnic Malacca introduced this concept of English camp to the Southern Zone Polytechnics, and since then, we have been carrying it out annually with hosting being on rotation. In 2015, we held the first National English Camp for Polytechnic students in Melaka, followed by another national camp in Polytechnic Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah. Between 2015 to 2019, we also extended parts of the English camp to international institutions such as Polytechnic Negeri Bengkalis, Polytechnic Negeri Bandung, Polytechnic Negeri Sriwijaya, Guizhou Polytechnic of Construction China, and Stigmik Budi Dharma. The research is carried out with the following questions in mind. Firstly, how can language camps benefit students? And secondly, how do lecturers view the effectiveness of camps in providing incidental learning and reinforcement to language learning? This research was carried out to determine the impact of carrying out these activities on students and examine the plausibility of carrying out language camps for polytechnic students, taking into consideration constraints faced by the teachers. Let's look at the limitations. Respondents consisted of students and lecturers who had attended the camp organized by Polytechnic Malacca. Respondents were mainly from Malaysian Polytechnic students, and participants and respondents from the camp had to have at least basic communication skills. Stephen Krashen's second language learning acquisition learning hypothesis talks about the learned system, which refers to language and grammar explicitly taught. However, the acquired system involves a subconscious process where implicit learning takes place through activities or natural communication being carried out. I believe this is where incidental learning takes place and that they both go hand in hand, where formal lessons are taught in the classroom, the learned system, and the acquired system, for example, the English camp, would reinforce the language skills taught. The English camp applied by Polytechnic Malacca takes into consideration the characteristics of the 21st century classroom. The teacher plays the role of the facilitator and activities are student-centered. Students often learn by doing and are encouraged to make inquiries. Students do not learn in isolation, but skills from the various subjects can be applied when working on projects that are interdisciplinary. Technology also plays a role in the 21st century classroom, and students use their handphone and the internet as their source of reference. Students are no longer just memorizing and recalling. Instead, students use acquired knowledge and higher order thinking skills to carry out the various projects or activities conducted. Hence, collaboration and communication are essential and unavoidable. This LEC English Camp Model Diagram 1 that was introduced and carried out is flexible and easily adaptable to cater for the different needs, students' proficiency and available resources. Having carried out English camps annually for the past 20 years, many different types of activities had been tested and run with students from various age groups ranging from primary to tertiary education. Differentiation is carried out based on the different proficiency level of the students by determining suitable activities. The camp, which was conducted by proficient and average student facilitators, and motivated by a minimum of 2 lecturers is doable. However, training for the student facilitators is essential, and this will enable the enhancement of student generic skills. The LEC model is student centered, communicative, incorporates technology, involves collaborative work, and the teacher plays the role of the facilitator. Hence, it is believed that the LEC model fulfills the elements of the 21st century language learning. Now, let's look at the research data. The first part is the analysis based on the responses by 139 students. The charts have been merged to reduce the number of graphs. For participation of camps, respondents were allowed to choose more than one answer if they had attended more than one camp. Figure 1 shows 51.1% of the students volunteered to attend the language camp. Similarly, 51.1% was chosen by their lecturers, whereas 11.9% stated they volunteered because their friends were taking part in the camp. This could be due to the perception of the language camps that are academic, or because they had participated stereotype English outdoor activities. Figure 2 shows students' perception on the benefits of the outdoor English camp. Having gone through the language camp that was created based on the LEC model, students were asked to give feedback on how they feel the camp benefited them. The majority of the respondents gave positive feedbacks with regards to the benefits and the outdoor English activities. That would be more than 94%. And 98.5% of the respondents felt that the outdoor activities helped develop leadership skills and the vocabulary enhancement. 97.8% of the students stated that it also enhanced their language skills. In addition, 97% of the students responded that these activities were enjoyable and beneficial for them, and it helped them gain confidence to speak in English and reduced their language learning anxiety. Moreover, 95.6% of the students felt that using English during outdoor activities was less stressful and that they learned from their peers during the camps. Moreover, 94.1% of them stated that they are also less stressed in making mistakes compared to the normal classroom. The second part of the analysis is based on the responses provided by 47 lecturers. Figures 3 and 4 are feedbacks given by lecturers. Based on Figure 3, out of the 47 respondents, 19.1% is aged between 50 to 60 years old, 31.9% is between 41 to 50 years old, and 46.8% is aged 31 to 40 years old. This seems to show that generally teachers with at least 5 to 15 years of teaching experiences are commonly sent for the language camps as facilitators or even as accompanying lecturers. Figure 4 shows the lecturers' views on outdoor activities such as the language camps. Respondents were allowed to tick more than one box. 85.1% of the lecturers had been involved in the language camps as facilitator, whereas 59.6% of them participated as accompanying lecturers. Hence, data shows that some lecturers had both experience of being an accompanying lecturer and a facilitator. Figure 5 below shows that the perception of lecturers towards English activities such as the language camps. 100% of the lecturers felt that their students enjoyed outdoor activities involving English language activities, and that 97.9% of them liked activities such as the camps. Moreover, 95.6% of the lecturers agreed that carrying out these activities are in line with the concept of 21st century learning. And 93.4% disagreed that games and outdoor activities are not suitable for tertiary education, meaning that they agree it can be done with students from the tertiary education. In addition, 87.8% of lecturers agreed that students should be trained to take part in activities for self-development and not for the value of the prizes, while 80.9% felt that the benefits of these outdoor activities outweigh the problems. Although 78.7% of the respondents felt that it was not difficult to get students to participate in the English camps, 73.9% felt that language camps and outdoor activities are expensive to carry out. This could be due to the expectation of cost for the cost of booking a location and the prices. 61.7% of the lecturers also felt that the value and attractiveness of the prizes do affect and influence students' participation. Finally, 46.8% of lecturers felt that students do not participate could be due to lack of confidence. With reference to the possible locations for the camps, figure 6, 85.1% said that could be carried out in the polytechnics or in institutions. 83% said at recreational parks. 53.2% said at the seaside. 44.7% said at locations in town. And 40.4% said tourist spots around the area. Perceptions seem to be that it is costly and limited to places with tourist spots. This is not necessarily true. It fully relies on the creativity and the commitment of the lecturers to modify. Figure 7 shows the benefits of the outdoor activities such as language camp. 100% of the lecturers agreed that the proficient students can be made as facilitators to help enhance their language and generic skills. Similarly, 100% felt that these activities allowed peer teaching and learning to take place. Furthermore, 97.9% believed that the outdoor language activities can help provide students with a less stressful learning environment, and 96.8% believed that carrying out activities can help enhance students' language skills. Observations during the camps showed active participation from students and attempts were made to speak in English, regardless of errors made. Peer guidance and teaching was apparent, although there was some usage of mother tongue. Facilitators played their roles by encouraging students to use English. A banner was placed during the closing ceremony, and participants were encouraged to share their experiences. 100% of the respondents of the camp gave positive feedback. Questionnaires and observations showed that students enjoyed the language camps and were actively involved in the activities. Although there were students who were not that proficient and struggled with some of the activities, it was felt that the language camp provided them with a platform to use language without having to be conscious of everything they say. The camp provided a less stressful environment for language learning and authentic use of the language. The findings clearly shows that the majority of the lecturers who had been facilitators or accompanying lecturers believed that the language camps or similar outdoor activities can help enhance students' language skills by allowing incidental learning and reinforcement to occur. The respondents also felt that the benefits of language camps outweigh the problems, and that camps can be carried out in their institutions and alternative locations without straining the budget. However, the success and effectiveness of a language camp relies on the careful planning and not conduct just for the sake of conducting. Lecturers should consider the activities and language games to be used to enhance students' learning strategies and provide high impact activities. Helping students to reinforce what is learned will increase the rate of success in enhancing the language skills and confidence. Learning languages should be extended outside the four walls. A two-in-one concept of developing language skills and enhancing generic skills should be introduced as the 21st century classroom, and this can easily be used for the HIP activities. It is hoped that these strategies will be employed by institutions to enable students to enhance the essential skills needed to compete in the employment market. Furthermore, investigations can then be carried out to determine if there is a relationship between attending language camps or outdoor activities and students' performance. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.